It's 6:52 in the evening on April the the 8th. Yeah, is it the 8th? Yeah, April the 8th, Wednesday, April the 8th. So I'm going to give it a minute just for others to come on. I have a question to ask. It was actually a request. Hopefully that I can get it answered tonight with a little bit of help from my streaming audience to see where is a good place to do this or any suggestions. So I'm going to give it a minute before I get into it. But yeah, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to try to get out and try not to get into too much trouble. Um, we we know what time of the year it is. We just had New Year, which was April 1st, and now we're getting into the season of Passover. And I'm having, I'm just having, I'm kind of like excited, but also kind of fearful. Um, but nevertheless, hopefully, some of my anxiety can come down after I get this question answered, and hopefully, some of the people that are on here that come on here and drop through here will maybe be able to answer the question for me. So I'm gonna wait until I at least get one thumbs up or something of that nature, letting me know that someone is here so that I can get into it. Hopefully, it doesn't shut down uh, it goes before it goes dead. I see that I have someone on my phone. Actually, um, I don't know. I think streaming my voice live. I'm not for sure, but every time I go down, I can see it. But anyway, nevertheless, I see that. Let me see if if you can see me on live first, and then I'll get into it. Because this is something I never really came and asked anyone. But this year, God is just pushing me to ask. He said, "Ask and you shall receive." Hi, Braden Hall. How are you tonight? I'm gonna um, I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna get into it, but please don't leave before I ask the question, okay? Because I want to see if anybody else is gonna be able to help me out with this issue. Yeah, let me. Oh, so I do have some people on here. I do see. Okay, so here it is, you guys. It is indeed um it's Passover season. Passover starts um April the 15th. I mean the 14th. They take out a lamb on the 16th. So this year, I think a couple years ago I actually celebrated Passover with my aunt, but I didn't get to eat the lamb. So this year I am very excited about trying to figure out where I could go and eat the lamb, or else can I get an invitation to somewhere, or any organization or any church or anyone that's eating the lamb on Abib, which would be April the 14th in the evening, like the scripture says. And so I I'm sitting here and I'm excited about it, but then I'm also getting kind of, sad because I want to celebrate the Passover this year, and I want to, I want to celebrate it. But I know that I don't know how to, you know, um anything in regards to a lamb or preparing or anything of that nature of the lamb. So I'm asking, is there anyone out there that's going to be celebrating Passover this year? Um, on April the 14th. And this is the Passover that is spoke about in the scriptures. Um, it's Exodus, I think the 12th chapter, or Exodus the 13th chapter. Um, it speaks about the Passover. And we do know that around Passover is also considered the Last Supper, where Yeshua the Messiah, he had all his disciples come and have the Last Supper with him. This was before he was crucified. Hi, Cornrow. This is before he was crucified. So today I'm trying to find out a place where I can go eat the lamb. And maybe I can maybe get an invitation where I can eat or celebrate Passover, the eating of the lamb, not so much the whole Passover, but just the part where they're eating of the lamb. I'm looking for someone to give any recommendations, even give an invitation so that I can be in I want to keep the law also and be able to eat the lamb at Eve on the 14th of April. And so um I see that there's quite a few people on here. Do anyone know what the lamb is or eating of the Passover? Is anybody familiar with the Passover? Let me see. Is anyone familiar with the Passover? Okay, well, since no one is familiar with it, the Passover is when they eat the lamb, and it's considered the Last Supper, where Yeshua the Messiah had with his disciples, and they celebrate it every year, April the 14th. And this year, I wanted to celebrate it. Um, I wanted to eat the lamb. I kind of celebrate the Passover by eating the matzah bread, no unleavened bread, and things of that nature. But I wanted to get deeper into it by eating of the lamb. I want to get closer to God by keeping the Passover this year. So, if anyone has any just suggestions or anything of that nature where I could possibly go and eat the lamb or an invitation to come and eat the lamb, I would be ever so happy and appreciative. Also, I'm gonna try to get off of here. I didn't have much to say, but I just wanted to just talk about how God kind of just said, go out there and ask if anyone is celebrating the Passover and ask them, can you come eat the lamb? Because it's important that we keep our feast days. And the feast days are this feast day is discussed on in Exodus. And so we just got finished celebrating, the world got finished celebrating Easter. And I told you that Easter was a blend of, and you can go to Google, a blend of a pagan holiday and also a Christian holiday of the resurrection of Yeshua the Messiah. So I don't celebrate that. And so Passover's coming up and I want to celebrate that. So if anyone has any suggestions on where I could go and eat the lamb, please leave it in the, email me. My email is on my community post. Or you can leave a post on this, leave a statement on this post telling me, some recommendations of where I could go and eat the lamb. I know that certain places you have to be of their religion or of their church or their organization to eat the lamb with them. I don't know how it is, but this is the first year that I'm really animate about going and eating of the lamb, having the lamb, eating of the lamb and celebrating the Passover. And so I thank you all for just listening to me. And if you have any suggestions, leave a comment. Leave a comment of where maybe I could, even where I could get a lamb that's already prepared, not like a gyro, but maybe a lamb that's already prepared for the Passover. I'm really excited about it, and I'm adamant, and I believe that someone is gonna tell me where I can go and and eat the lamb for Passover. So you guys have a good evening. It was brief. I didn't have much to say. Look at my community post. I have quite a few posts on there lately, on my community post. So just go in there and just look, leave a subscribe And also, leave a like if you like the comment. It helps others to be able to view, some of the things that I have, some of, the posts that I have put on my community post, and also to help others to be able to see some of the videos in which I've already streamed. So, excuse me, I'm going to get on out of here. You all have a blessed evening, and I'm looking forward to someone emailing me of where I can go and eat the lamb for Passover with them. And do I have to be part of their congregation, organization, or anything of that nature to eat the lamb with them, or where I can find the lamb that's already prepared for Passover? So, all right, then, have a good evening. I choose love. Love is the greatest attribute of God. And when you choose love, sometimes it's, you may hurt some feelings, and it's telling the truth of the matter, but it's always taking the high road. So, this evening, you guys, choose love. Have a good evening. Bye.